Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Houston, Texas again, looking at another gorgeous luxury home. And I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, Jonathan Williamson with Compass, for making this tour possible. I'll be sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the exterior, family, we do have that modern aesthetic. You have the high-pitched roofs along with the board and batten and brick. Straight ahead, you will have a two-car garage, but what's neat about the home is that you have this modern segmented concrete driveway with the gravel in between, so adding nice curb appeal. Now, as soon as we do continue, the board and batten, you would think it would be the black and white combination, but in this instance, it's more of that forest green look. So a nice touch to the property and something you don't see every day. Now, as we do continue, you do have the covered front porch right here, the wood columns, and then the brick lower exterior right here. Plenty of space, so generously sized. And then, of course, the double front doors. But let's go ahead and get you inside. Okay, so immediately whenever you walk in, this is what you're greeted with. I'll pan you up so you can see. You got the double height ceilings right here, clear story window right above your double front doors. Beautiful. So you do have white oak floors inside of here. We'll start on this side and make our way around. All right, so now here is the study. So you have the vaulted ceilings in here, accent walls on all four corners, and then you see the space that you get. I'm glad there is a desk in here, so it gives you an idea. Now you already have a built-in drawers over there rather, with the floating shelving and then the LED strip down there. Now, you'll see that material throughout the home. So that's a quartzite, and we'll see that in the kitchen as well. And I love that they utilize that natural stone. Now, you are gonna have a glass pane inside of the door right over here. So once you close that, if you did want some privacy, you can always add some blinds and you don't have to worry about that. And then as I pan you over here, you're gonna have a powder bath. But before we get in there, you got a recessed area. This is perfect for some decor, especially whenever you're walking in for the first time. And let's see what we get. All right, so in here, they opted for that Taj Mahal quartzite. So both natural stones you'll see inside of the kitchen. So keep that in mind. Then you have the teardrop pendant light right here. Look at that. Beautiful. So this one is 15 minutes away from downtown Houston. So if you need to be in close proximity downtown, this is going to be the best bet for you. All right, so now heading into our dining room. Beautiful chandelier right above our dining room table. Then you have the geometric accent wall right here, floor to ceiling. Let me know your thoughts on that. Now you are going to have tall baseboards and the outlets inside of the baseboard. So if you have lamps or anything like that, you have that discreet look. You can cover that up and not have to worry about it just protruding and throwing off the aesthetic. And then heading over here. All right, so you have that cozy, intimate feel right here, as you can see. Now you have the floor to ceiling fireplace. The floating shelving continues up here, and then I'll show you what you get. So I love that clear story window, bringing in the natural light. Then you have that light fixture hanging down in your great room. But now heading to the kitchen, look at that. So two-tone quartzite countertops, and then you see we have the waterfall edge. Taj Mahal quartzite is one of the most popular right now in 2025, and you're seeing it more and more. In fact, I went to a model home that typically they always went with quartz, more of that man-made material, but still has a nice aesthetic. But they decided to go with quartzite, and for, the demand, everyone loves it. So let me know what you think about that. Now, you will have a couple pop-up outlets. Look at this. And then you'll see it on the island, and then your countertops over there. So really discreet. And then whenever you're ready, you just push that down, and then it goes back in there. There was a game that we used to play back in the day. It was a Chuck E. Cheese, the one where you hit the, whatever they're called, hit the moles. You let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so heading over here, floating shelving again. You got a pot filler, a custom vent hood that matches your floating shelving. And then look at this, the two-tone cabinetry. Beautiful. Now, what I haven't seen, and this is my first time ever seeing it, as far as the handles are concerned, you have that champagne bronze with the matte black combination. Really neat. I haven't seen that, but you do have the inset style cabinets. So this is the minimalist design that folks are looking for. Okay, so we're already right next to the refrigerator, so we might as well open that up. All right. So brand spanking new, ready to go. And quite frankly, for the proximity that this is to town, and this to be just over $1 million is incredible. Great value so far. I'll let you be the judge. Okay, so now we got our dishwasher right over here. I'll open up some of these cabinets so you can see. So all of them are soft closing. Then you got your spice rack right over here. And then on the other side, as you can see, you got your Thermador appliances. You do have the 6 burners right over there. Beautiful. And then I'll turn you around to our pantry. Okay. So look at this. You have all the counter space in the world that you can imagine with some additional shelving right up here. You got a cabinet door right there, built-in microwave, and your beverage fridge right down there. Beautiful. So since we are on this wing of the house, let's go ahead and make our way around the perimeter. Now, right over here, you got your mudroom. This is coming in from your 2-car garage. You already got your hooks ready to go, and then your built-in bench right here. And here, so they have some materials stored in here and some paint, but I'll just give you an idea of what it would look like in here. This is your 2-car garage. But then you have a bonus room up here. So it's technically a 1.5 story, but this room up here is versatile as well. So you can use it for whatever you choose. Look at this. So the possibilities are endless. You can certainly use this as a media area or a game room. You see that you have the LED ceiling fan, recessed areas, and just the amount of space is incredible. Not only that, you have an additional bathroom right here. Look at this. So you got that minimalist vanity, quartz countertops, and then right over here, you got your full bathroom, or your full shower rather. Okay, so the white oak floors continues up here. I believe that's the only place there is carpet upstairs, and that's probably the best place to have it anyway, you know. You also have these magnetic door stoppers. I'll show you that right here. Added that. Now, heading to the laundry room, right over here. There we go. Love to see that we have our sink with the inset cabinet style straight ahead over here. Plenty of space for a generously sized washer and dryer. Got some shelving right above there. And the white cabinet fronts. Now, I talked about this previously on a video, having that sanctuary-like feel for your primary retreat. And this is certainly what you get. Beautiful. So as I pan you upwards, look at that, the vaulted ceilings. You got a tall window right there. That is an egress window. Then you got your sconces right above your nightstand, the clear story window again, an additional window right there. So, you know, closer to the inner city, you start to see a lot of new development happening, right? Because sometimes you may not want to be 45, an hour and 15 minutes away from the city, especially depending on, you know, your goals and objectives, your career goals, personal goals. So that's going to determine how close you want to be into the city. So, you know, as you start to get pushed out more and more, it's only so much that, you know, folks can take. And it really just depends if the area is built out, right? Because sometimes, like, let's say, for instance, here, you have a place called Sienna out there in Missouri City where, you know, they've been building for, 15, 20 years already. So a lot of this stuff is built out versus other places where you go even further out, maybe like a, let's say like a Huntsville or a Willis, Over here, and it's not built out just yet, that's gonna, determine if you wanna stick around or go closer to the city. Now, heading inside of your ensuite, look at that. You got your dual sinks. You see the beautiful sconces here. You have a designated cosmetic area straight ahead. As I pan you around right here, look at that. You got your freestanding tub, glass enclosed shower. You got that privacy glass right there. And then you see the gold light fixtures. So we got champagne bronze in here. You got your shower niche. You can just add a freestanding shower bench down the road. Right over here to the left is the water closet, and then our primary closet. Okay, so you see the inset style in here. Then you got this like fabric tiling right here. It's not fabric, but it gives that illusion as if it is fabric. So let me know if that will fit your wardrobe. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, so we had seen this wing of the house right here. Before we continue, don't worry, I didn't forget about this one. Okay. All right, good. So we do have a closet right here. So you have an additional closet. You don't have to worry about that. Good stuff. So we have his and hers closets in there. So hopefully that bumped it up a point or two in your book. Now you also have arch openings, as you can see. So this will lead you to this side of the house. Now the additional bedrooms are straight ahead, and we'll see that in just a moment. Now let me know in your comments if you've been out to Houston, if you like Houston, and please be nice, I'm born and raised here. So, all right. So now first bedroom, you hear the echo because of the size of the ceilings right here. Look at that. So this is a bedroom. They get their vaulted ceilings. So it has that roomier feel. A queen bed with the nightstands and a dresser would fit extremely comfortable inside of here. Now straight ahead, you got your closet right here. You got a chrome rack, and look at the doorknobs right here. I want to point that out. Get the matte black with the clear look. Now over here, you got your full walk-in closet. So you can use that as more of a, a prep closet or something like that. Maybe over here could be the wardrobe for the winter, and then the summertime would be over there, right? Just throwing some ideas out. Now you got your shower tub combo right over here. They are doing some final touch-ups in here. So everything will be fixed by the time you close. So you don't have to worry about that. Straight ahead, that is an additional storage closet. So you have a ton of space for storage. You don't have to worry about it. And then our last bedroom. So I've been talking about that. I've been meaning at least to get, the laser tape measures. So that way for my analyticals, you'll have the best knowledge of the room dimensions, especially sometimes it doesn't do it justice on the video. But in this instance, look at this. You got 3 closets. So your first one is right over here. Your second one right here to my left. And last but not least, right behind this door right here. So if that's not enough storage, then I don't really know what is, especially for this bedroom. All right, so now you do have the shower tub combo. You already got your shower niche ready to go, the matte black shower valve and shower head, and then your towel holder right there. So quite frankly, for the materials that you get, the proximity to the city, right? Location, and the natural stone and some of the ways they've designed this particular property, the value is certainly there. And then also you see your built-in speakers, and this one's already wired for, an entire security system, the alarm, cameras, you name it, it's ready to go. Now you do have your sliders in here, so this will open it up, and then look at your backyard patio. So you got the slope ceiling right over here, and then you see the extended concrete patio on this side. So you can obviously add in your grill down the road, a sink, and maybe an ice maker or beverage fridge, and you are good to go. And for it to be, this close to the city, and you still have a decent backyard, I'm impressed. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Houston, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this particular property. Is this something you can see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.